one of them?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I do.
Welcome. Gonna see if we can leave this planet. Actually, I'm not. I lied. See, there I go. Starting the stream with a lie. How rude. Now, I landed here. This is where my pod. So I've been working on trying to get out of this canyon. Because this is the pod that I start with. Dun, 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 dun. So whenever you first land, this is all you have. But look, I landed on ice, which is nice. It's good to have ice. But I have no way of getting out of this hole here. So I started building and started mining. Because let's see, as you can see, I've got some ice over here. Got some nickel. So all of this is nickel in here. There we are. Now you can see it. See how it's different color? So all this is nickel. So I've been mining the nickel. And I've got some, let's see, it's up in here somewhere. Magnesium. Magnesium. And there's some silicone. What I need is some iron. Because I've been turning the rock into iron. Which takes forever, and then I end up with a bunch of gravel. I got built me a miner ship, so I wouldn't have to hand mine everything. So built that, and then my exploration ship, but it is more for whenever I do multiplayer. Everybody can pile in, sit back here, and ride along. It's a neat little ship. Anyways. So I've been working on getting resources, getting everything stacked up. I guess before I leave, I need to make sure that I've got everything I need. before I go. Looks like the weather's good. Get my base built up. I think I've got everything in there that I need in there. My refinery's going. It's already pulling some uranium. Nope, that's platinum. So I've got the platinum ore. I need to put my uranium up. That's what I need to do. And go into here. I'm going to go ahead and fill this bottle. I should have. Yeah, because it's not full. Alright, let's try it again. There we go. It normally pulls it out of the container, which is fine. I'm glad that it didn't. Alright. So let's get on this. I was trying to decide if I want to take my rover and just put it up in here or not. Or if I just want to venture around, put some markers up. And then I can take the miner out. Because this does better on fuel efficiency. Lock myself out again. Fuel-wise, this does better. Flying around. I worked throughout the night, so there'd be daytime whenever I went out. But see, this whole cavern, there's not really a good way to get out of here. And I'm not real sure which way to go. Probably look and see where the moon is, and we'll head the direction of the moon. There's the station, the MTC station. That's just a trading station. Let's kind of go down this cavern, I guess. We'll see if it opens up somewhere. because I'd like to find a flat piece of land. That has resources around it and get out of this ice bed. With just the, whoops. Oh yeah, there's the moon. But see how rocky that is? I'd never get that rover through there. Never do it. But yeah, as far as fuel efficiency, this one does so much better at just getting around. So the moon's over here, the sun's behind us. And it looks like, it almost looks like, if I go that direction, it's going to start getting, I'll start getting out of these mountains. And hopefully I can find some place flat. Or a little grassy area. Because I don't even have food out this way. Yeah, see, I've got 5 hours of flight. So as far as efficiency, this does so much better. Every direction is mountains. Yeah, I just don't know. I really don't. Don't know which way to go. But I know I want to get away from all this snow. Do y'all like looking out the cockpit, or in third person better? First person or third best? Leave a comment in below on which you prefer. Yeah, it looks like over this way it's going to start. I hope. Anyways. Yeah, you can see in the bottom right, now it's 6 hours, 11 hours of, but yeah, the minimum is 4 hours of battery life. So that's how long I've got up here. My hydrogen is at 82%. That's something I should have grabbed, is extra ice. But with all these mountains around here, there's plenty of ice. You get it from the snow. We're using hydrogen engines. Man, it's a lot of mountains. I thought it was clearing up in front of me, but nope. It's more mountains. I'm already, what, 30, yeah, 35, yeah, 35 kilometers from my rover. What have we got over here? Oh, see, it looked like it was going to get flat, but it's not. Yeah, find some place that's even if it's got trees, that'd be nice. Because then at least I would know that, it's got some food resources there. Just everything I've got is just rocks. Rock, 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 rock. And more rock. Well, besides ice. I mean, it's not a bad place, but all the resources that it's around me, because there's gold, there's nickel, there's magnesium, and there's silver. But what I need most of is iron, so that we can speed up the process a little bit. I'm basically making a big circle around, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep my pod, my rover, about 40 kilometers away I don't want to get too far out here. See, I'm 40 kilometers away from my pod. And I'm really just trying to find some green, some sand, some land, a flat spot that's not lake bed. I'm curious on whether this is how flat we are here. I know something I didn't put on here was a ore detector. And I should have. Let's bring it down some. We'll go out and do a little exploration. That's down. That's my charge back up here. Just kind of go out and see if there's anything out here other than ice. Ice. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, which is highly disappointing. So that's ice. This one's ice. We'll fly back in. Yeah. Well, I should have. Do I want to? I guess I will. Let me grab some ice while I'm here. Grab some ice and throw it in there. At least get my hydrogen built back up, because it looked like it was a little below 50% anyways. Inventory full. Oh. Hold on. All right. I got a. Most of y'all know about my old dog. It'll be 26 in July. July 5th. There he is. And he's a bit grumpy. Let me grab a bite to eat real quick before I get in here. Oh, shoot. I didn't need to get in here. I need to... see. Where do I want to put this? Because I got all this ice. I think it'd be easier for me just to drop it off in here. Point. And then let's see. Yeah, it's building it up. Do I want to grab another load? Probably. Hey, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Thin Blue. Have a good day at work, bud. Thank you, sir. Yeah, a lot of times, I mean, I'll try to get as much of this grinding done, just so that we can just enjoy the stream. Without all the drill, because I know sometimes that drill can be loud. Inventory full. It's like all the buildings and everything, shipbuilding. I don't know how much of it you all enjoy, whether you want to sit and watch the process of shipbuilding, or whether you want to. Thank you, ma'am, Miss Sandra. I wish some of you guys had space engineers, because it's a multiplayer. You can have up to 8 players on here. Oh, thanks, Thin. Because I tell you what, yeah, I'm on PS5. And even the modding community is huge. People are always adding more stuff to it. But yeah, even the mods you get from like your blueprints to make ships and whatnot. Let's see. Let's go out here. See if I pull open the blueprints. All of these different, well, all of these are what I've done. Because you see where it says author, it says Triple D Honey. So these are just builds that I've done. And you can put them in the blueprint and print them out, build them. But then there's other stuff in here. Yeah, you get down here where other people have made stuff and they put it on Mod.io. It's like the Mod Hub. Where you can share your builds with other people. That one's Spaceballs. I don't know if you've seen Spaceballs. Spaceballs, it's the flying RV. And you got your different rovers, and there's the Jupiter 2 from Lost in Space. The Destiny from that's from Star Trek. So it's neat to see different builds that people have designed and try to run. Thank you, Blue. Appreciate it. And then, yeah, like Stargate, people have done, there's the X-Wing. So, you know, there's all kinds of different mods and builds and blueprints and everything. And you just build and design, and but in multiplayer, because there's a spot, where am I? There's a spot over in that direction, I believe it is, that I have to. Oh, I know. Yeah. I tried to squeeze in between everybody's, you know, it's like in the mornings, I wait till Why Not's done before I go live. But I always have my cancer treatment on Mondays. So, depends on how I feel on Mondays, on how late I get in. And I have no idea why I can't get in your streams no more. Every one of them shows private. So, I don't know if one of the mods is put me in block, whether I'm blocked out of it or what. I don't know. But right, I know I'm not a you. I mean, I know a little bit about YouTube, and I know even less about Twitch, and I'm on both platforms. But I've been with YouTube since what 2014, so about what 12 years. And I asked earlier if people prefer to fly this way or in third person. Oh, but what I was saying is there's enemies out here that will shoot you down. And it's more fun if you have multi people that can attack a base. And once you attack the base, then you can take over that base. Oh, looky there. I see green. I must be getting close to something. Because that's what I'm looking for, is trying to get out of this snow area. Yep, I can crash. See, right now I have about 5 hours of flight time. 5 hours of fuel. And that's what I was just doing, is grabbing some more hydrogen, or grabbing more ice to make hydrogen, to keep it going. Thank you, Sandra. Texas Ginger Girl. But yeah, earlier I saw it. I was heading over to that station, that trade station, and I saw a little beacon come up, and so the enemy ship, enemy base or whatever it was close by, so I had to make a long way around to go over to that station to keep from getting shot down. Because I mean, I've got some weapons on this, but nothing that would take on a whole base. And it's more fun to kind of have several people plane together, and we all just go in. And is that another lake over there? Looks like it. Yep, it's another lake right there. This whole area is just nothing but rock. But if I can find some iron over here, I'll just move over on this lake bed. It's just I need iron. A Final Fantasy. There's one I haven't played in a long time. Long time. Let's go down and see. Don't you just love my little bubble butt? My little bubble butt of a ship? I wanted to do something different, so I put that big hydrogen tank on the back. Alright, you see these black spots? And those are mineral deposits. So we'll come down and see what mineral deposits are down here. It must be around 6:30. My duck, she hollers for me between 6:30 and 7 o'clock. By 7 o'clock, she's like, well, I guess he's not coming out. Because I'm not going out. It's cold out there. And she has plenty of food. She got plenty of food and she got plenty of water. I took her out 2 gallons earlier. Her and the chickens both. I have 1 duck and 5 chickens, so they're all in the same. I'm going to go ahead and land right here. All right. Let's go out and see what we've got around here. Because this would be nice if I could set up somewhere out here. There's nickel and ice. I want to find some iron, magnesium, I want some iron. I bet it's going to be silicone. Because there's always 3 around here. Or 3 in any group of deposits like this. You'll find 3 clustered together. So it'll probably be silicone. I could fly, but I don't have that much. I don't have that much bottles with me. nickel, ice, ice, magnesium, yeah, see, silicone. That's what I thought. See if there's another one somewhere over here. Because this is a much bigger lake than that little crater that I was in. That's silicon, silicon, silicon. Silicon. There's another. They're a little easier to see over here than they are in the snow. You can find them easier on the ice beds. See, there's silver. So we got silver there. Which, if there's silver, there should be gold. Yep, there's gold. Ice. More silver. See, I should have put an ore detector on that little bubble butt ship I built. And this is the Earth-like planet. You can fly to the moon, or you can fly out to Mars, or Pertan, which is in a different galaxy. So you create your own scenarios, or you can just build you a big trading station. And if you're playing like multiplayer, then I could buy all my resources from you, because there is money in this game. You earn money, you can make money, you can do just contracts and make money. So I mean, for example, what time is it anyways? I want to make sure that I've got enough time to kind of show you around. If not, hopefully you'll come back and watch the rest of this. I think my ship's over here, isn't it? Yeah, we'll fly over to the trading station real quick. It's 36 kilometers that way. And I'll show you how you can make money by doing contracts or acquisitions, or just making product and selling it. And you can go into, if you want to build without doing all the mining and all the other stressful stuff of refining it and building your if you just want to get in here and build, I mean, there's a sandbox mode, but you can also go into creative mode, which is, oh, see all those little icons under the Space Engineer? There's, the little circles and all the different things. Those are all like what uh, Farm Sim would have DLCs. So those are all extra things that you can buy. They run them on sale for 99 cents all the time, especially on. I got this free because they had it on PS5 for free during the holidays between Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I think it's normally like $20, but like I said, it runs on sale all the time too. So you can pick it up for next to nothing. And this is just put it on your wish list in the Play Store so that it lets you know. You'll get a notification when they run it on sale, just like all the other games. But yeah, there's a button right there in your admins where you can enable creative mode. And if you enable creative mode, then you can build without gathering up all your resources. There's also Rex, WRECKS, Rex, spaceships that have crashed, and you can get resources off of those just by exploring the planet. And it's not just, like I said, it's not just Earth. You can start on Mars if you want, or you can start on the moon, or you can start out in space. You can start wherever you want. There's also hunting. If you're on Pertam, then you'll have big old spiders that you can shoot and kill. Because if you look, I have a MA-30E rifle and ammunition, because on the Earth there's wolves. So you can hunt wolves and get the meat from those, and because you do get hungry, you have a food bar. And that's something Space Engineers just introduced back before Thanksgiving was food to the game. I got 23 kilometers and then I'll be at the space station. 22 kilometers. "21 kilometers. And then I'll be at that station. I just hope that I don't fly over that military base. I think I'm far enough away from it that I should be fine. You can also go in here and put in GPS markers so you can mark where you, so if you find a spot, you can mark it so that you can come back. And that's you see on my screen it says METC station, and it's got 16 kilometers, 15 kilometers, because that's a GPS coordinates. There's programmable blocks. There's where you can program it. You've got LCD screens. You've got timer blocks. You've got sensors. Ion thrusters. Hydrogen thrusters. Atmospheric thrusters. But if you're in space, you're not going to use an atmospheric thruster because there's no atmosphere in space. Ion thrusters use electricity. Seven kilometers. And it looks green on this side. The only time I've been over here was at night. It still looks a bit rocky. And there's a lake right in front that looks close by. So I may leave here and go over and look at that lake bed, see if I can't find some iron. I need to find iron so that it goes a little bit faster. This mining rock and turning it into is a bit cumbersome. Normally, whenever I spawn onto a planet, it's somewhere close by. There's where we're going, that big bubble. It is shielded, so you can't attack it. It can't be attacked, and you can't do any construction inside the safe zone. And actually, I'll probably lose my third person once I get inside the bubble, because typically it won't let you do third person view. Ooh, looky there. I'm still third person. Keen's probably fixed it. Yep. Because now I'm third person inside the bubble. Ooh, I'm close. I may not be able to. I may be too big. Yeah. Let's go up some. Yeah, I'm too big for this. Let's just park on the ground. Be safe. I'd hate to be inside there and my ship falls off the ground. Alright, let's see here. Let me go ahead and get out of here. That first rung's not working, which is unusual for. Because, see, this is something that I don't build. This is in game. If I was hosting the server, then yeah, I could build one and sell. It's like I don't know how many of y'all watched. Yeah, see, there's the ATM. You want to see how much money I have at the moment? 3,075,639 space credits. Not bad considering you start out with 10,000 space credits. Ooh, what's in here? Nothing. What's in here? Nothing. I say nothing. Yep, nothing. How do I get into this place? Oh, I could have docked here. Yeah, I could have docked right there. That's alright. How do I get into this place? Aha! I didn't go around far enough. Alright, contracts. This shows all the different contracts. Now you can click here, acquisitions. This is what they're looking for. So you can make 38,000 by bringing them some silicone ore. There's gravity components, 7 million. That's typically how I make my money. I'll go ahead and do those and get, 7.719 million. Let's see, oxygen bottles, decoder compositions, reactor compositions. So they're not paying much. And then if you go into here, there's hauling, where you pick it up from one place and take it to another place. And there's all the instructions for that hauling contract. But you have 45 minutes to do it. And that one you have 25 minutes to do it. There's repair. Nope, no repair. Search. Yep. So here's different search contracts where they want you to find something. No. I do want that. I just wanted to go down. So yeah, all these different search contracts. And there's penalties for not doing it in the amount of time. Escort, no escorts. Bounties, no bounties. I'm about to go see how much it is. It is pretty cool. And then these are the contracts that you've got opened up. So if you take a contract, there's also stores. And at the stores, it depends on which merchant it is, on what they sell. Because, like, this one here, it's got different things that they buy and sell. So this is where you can buy it. So buy means you're buying it. Sell is you're selling stuff to them. It seems backwards to me. It took me a while to figure out. I was confused. But some of these you can buy ships, and some of them have just like this. There's the insect meat that I was talking about. That's going to be your spider meat, is the insect meat, and then there's burritos, meal packs. That's flatbread, because there's a kitchen and you have to prepare all your food. It can get mushroom spores. That's what I was talking about. You find these things and you can grow them in your greenhouse, but you have to find them on the planet or buy them from here. So I can buy them from here. And then let me just buy one real quick. Buy is square. So yeah, I just bought. Now it shows it up in my inventory that I've got one thing of mushroom spores. And then when I build a greenhouse, also this has got all right. They've got jukeboxes, and inside the jukeboxes got different music that you can play. That's mystery music. Okay, so you can program what you want in here with your jukebox that you can put on base. Inside some of these lockers, we'll have free stuff. So like there's 2 weapons right there. That's how I ended up with the weapons and the machines that I have. I was already over here once before. Oh, that's not where I wanted. I wanted to go into this side. And see if there was anything over here. Yeah, there's a grinder and a magazine. So I always go through and I'll check all these to see if there's any good weapons, or like there's a plushie, an engineered plushie, which I love putting plushies on my ships. I know I'm a big kid, ain't I? Let's see, my my oxygen or my hydrogen level just keeps dropping. Which is going to mess with me, so I need to really plug in. I don't have room in my cockpit. Let me do this then. Let's go in here. These are your building sections. I'm trying to be quick. Utilities, logistics, movement, controls, decorations. There we are. So I can take my plushie now that I have one, and where's my plushie? I should have a plushie. Yes, it's not even showing up in creative mode. Odd. Very, very odd. Oh, because I'm inside the bubble. I can't build inside here. I even told you that. Yeah, see all this green? Oh, man. Yeah, I want to build out here somewhere. Let's go that direction. because this looks flat enough that I could drive on. And I see some plants down there. And we're going to land it down here, and then we're going to do a little exploring. I will probably pop in a Rover real quick that has an ore detector so that we can just kind of drive around. Okay, so now look. See, there's my little plushie. Isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? We'll just sit him right there. Poof. Hello. He's just adorable. My little space engineer plushie. You got that one, and then you've got the spider. You can put him down. And then you've got oh, he's sideways. There he is. So we got little space engineer and spider. Alright, so we go into creative mode right there, turn that on, and now we can pull up our blueprint. And let me grab a Rover real quick. Poof. Just so that we can kind of get around a little faster. See this right? That right there. See that? That's food. So now if we look in here, we got some vegetables that we can plant. Used to, Space Engineers, whenever I started playing, they gave you a drop pod. And that drop pod didn't go nowhere. You had to build something. They've made it much, much, much easier for you now because whenever you spawn, you're going to spawn with this right here that I'm driving. So when you go to a new planet, this is what you start out with. But because I spawned down inside the cavern on ice. I had to build a ship itself in order to actually get out and explore. And that's where we're at right now. Because there's resources on the ice. And then you've got rock that you can turn into resources. All your but I need lots and lots of iron. And if you want, you can you can fill up your GPS every time you find vegetables or look, I think it's a rock coming up. Anytime you see these big boulders like this, whoa, you just jump out and ride your car. No. Anytime you see big boulders like this, which took me a while to figure out what everybody was talking about, because they're like, oh yeah, you just go to the boulders, and this one has silver in it. So if we go over here with our GPS, down at the bottom it says create new from current position is square. So I click that, go over, select that. And you can't see what I'm typing, but it will show up here in 2 seconds. Oh. I want silver rock. There we go. Now, see it says silver rock. You can go down, show on HUD, or always visible. I turn most of mine off because if I need to come back and find it, then I can just go into my GPS and pull it up. But yeah, there's silver. And to mine it, you just click on your drill, which is your arrow up, and then just start drilling and see how it falls down to the ground. You can gather them. Now, if you hold your square the same time you're drilling, which is your R2, then you automatically collect as you're drilling. For the most part. Because now if you look in here, I have some AG. AG is silver. Silver ore and stone You can actually drop it by pushing your, I don't know what that little button's called. The little menu button beside. Because no sense in carrying rock around with me. I'm not doing it. I'll take my silver and put it in there so that I'm not carrying it on me. Because this won't process. This has a production, but it's very limited on what it can produce. And it will produce more gravel than the ores that you need. That's why it's best to just refine the ore that you need. All right, see this here? There's another little bush. This should be wheat. There's the rifle. And you have your crosshairs right there. You can't shoot a tree. And you can turn the damage off so that if you accidentally pull the trigger, you're not going to blow up your truck. If a tree's in your way, say you've gotten stuck, you can cut the tree down. Poof. There's silicone. There should be more out here. There's ice. Ice right below us. Silicone's right there. Magnesium. Yep. Doggone it. I need something more. I need iron. Looking for that iron. I think this is the first time that I've landed on a planet and not been able to find iron like immediately. Normally I struggle to find gold and silver. Might as well grab this while I'm here. I'm going to need it. I need to set a timer because I'm not sure what time it is and whether Wayne and Lane are gone live yet. What is that? What's in front of me? Oh, is it my ship? Yeah, looky there. I made a big circle. Nope, that's not. That's the front of it. Thought I was going in the back. All right, sit still. I got the parking brake on. I'll engage that mag plate so this doesn't go nowhere before I take off. And see, look, I'm out of hydrogen. So we may not be going anywhere anyways. Oh, yep. See my hydrogen level over on the right? I got 23% hydrogen left. So I'm not going to get too high off the ground. I forgot to put the forgot to attach the mag plate. Oops. That was my rover that went kaboom. Yep, that was my rover that went kaboom. See, it's gone. I forgot to attach the mag plate. Well, thank you, Sandra. That's all that's left of it. It went kaboom. All right, I think I'm going to build here. But I'm going to end the stream because Wayne, yep, I got like 5 minutes, and then Wayne and Lane will be streaming. And I want to pop over there and see what they're doing tonight. But thank everybody for coming in and hitting that like button. If you enjoyed the stream, leave a comment. Let me know what we should do, where we should go from here. Should we deconstruct everything off of the lake and just bring it over here? Or leave it over there and start fresh over here and just have two different places? Let me know. But until next time, remember, be kind to one another, and we love you.